Hello all. Today I want to talk about Excel, which is the green section of your textbook. I want you to look at the screen that I have here, and that is my name, and it's written budget. The name of this Excel sheet is budget, and I have some income in here, as you see, cell A3. This is cell A1, A2. This is A3, my income. Imagine that myself, I am working, for example, for McDonald's, and I make around $1,000 in January, $1,000 in February, and all the way to December, I make $1,000 a month for the total of $12,000 a year. I also imagine, suppose I have some investment, and in the month of January, I get $5,000 of interest for my investment. For example, I have money in the bank, and bank gives me 5,000 interest in January. But in February, it doesn't give me anything, and in July, it gives me another 5,000. That means that in 1 year, I get $10,000 of interest. Therefore, my total income for the month of January is $5,000 of interest and $1,000 of work that I work for McDonald's. That's a total of $6,000. And I add all of these numbers together. In 1 year, I make $22,000. That is my total income. However, I have expenses, and as you all know, it's similar to you. Think about me as a student, think about it as yourself. You have some expenses, for example, every month in the month of January, excuse me, you have to pay $300 for the rent, 100 for the food. You go to school and you pay $1,000 tuition, $200 for the books, $50 entertainment, $200 car, $50 gas, $100 miscellaneous. Your total expenses are $2,000. Because in January you make $6,000, then your net income is 4,000. You say that 6,000 minus this 2,000 is, excuse me, the $4,000 that you end up, as a positive in month of January. In February, because you didn't have that investment, interest payment, you only save $200. The good thing is that you don't pay any tuition in the month of February. And then we look at all your rents, the rent that you pay in 1 year, you pay $3,600 of rent, and you pay $1,200 for food, $2,000 tuition, and all of this. Your total expenses in 1 year is $12,000, while your total revenues are $22,000. We subtract this 12,000, your expenses, from your revenues, and you end up having $10,000 of income. Yeah, that means net income. That means that's your saving after 1 year. One unfortunate thing which is happening here, if you look at here, this is negative 1,000 in the month of August. You had $1,000 of tuition that suddenly jumped up, but you didn't have any interest. But you lost $1,000, but nothing to be worried, because in previous months you have made so much money that you know that you can easily afford this $1,000. Therefore, we use Excel to put all these numbers, and also we can use Excel to create charts. How nice it is if I can see what are my largest, biggest expenses. And if we look at here, we can easily tell you what your largest expenses here. One of your largest expenses here is your rent, which is $300 a month. Another one is this one, which is $2,400, and that is your car payment. Another big expense you have is $2,000 because of the tuition you paid in August for fall semester, and $1,000 for the spring semester. Therefore, we want to see even if we can put these expenses that you have in a kind of pie chart. And do you see here, there is an Excel sheet called numbers, and I click chart here. And if you look at here, the biggest, I put this in a three-dimensional chart, and this biggest part of pie is blue, which is your rent. Another one is the green one. Therefore, each one of these represents one of the expenses that you have. Therefore, this chapter is about Excel, and the reason I showed you now, we will go ahead and we will create this one, and I will ask you to create this one as well and submit it on there in class. And I will go ahead and let me save this lecture.